Hey guys, it's Ted with HDpiano. Here's how to play Halley's Comet by Billie Eilish. 2, 3, 4. So that repeats for the verse. And that's what we're going to focus on learning in this lesson section. This is a pretty simple song. We mostly have this one section repeated, but there is a slightly different bridge. And there's also an outro that's totally different. So we're going to cover those sections in later lesson sections at hdpiano.com. But this section is going to get you through the introduction and verses 1 through 3 of this song. So let's check out what's going on. One thing you notice right away, even as I'm just fiddling around, is that there's a really long reverb tail on this this piano sound that I'm using, and it's also pretty dark sounding. I was just trying to find a good piano plugin for my keyboard that sounded kind of like the piano that they're using in the recording. So if you're using a keyboard that has different options for sounds, play around and see if you can find one that sounds really dark and moody and reverby like this. But if not, if you're playing a real piano or you have a keyboard with only one option, that's fine. You're just going to try and channel that into your performance. So we're in the key of B major here, and we're starting on this B chord that I keep playing. And see if you can roll it a little bit. That's part of the expression in the recording. Then we're going to this chord, and this is D sharp dominant 7. And then we're going to move here, G sharp minor. And in the introduction, we're going to count this 1, 2, 3, and 4, and. So we would say that last chord is pushed, meaning it's coming just before the strong beat. It's coming just before 1, 3, and 4, and. You'll hear in the verse, it's not pushed. It just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. One slight difference between the introduction and the verse. Moving on from there, we do this. So we start on this shape, F sharp plus the C sharp on top. And then we have this melody on top. And you want to see if you can hold out the lower note in your right hand while you play this melody. It's a bit of a coordination challenge. Now we're moving to E major. We're just outlining an E major chord in our right hand between those two notes. And then B major. Similar to where we started, right? But different inversion of that B major chord. And last chord of this first phrase is a nice big F sharp major chord. So here's that first phrase. Now let's learn the next phrase. So we have a similar movement into the E major chord here, but notice that this time we start on B instead of before we went from C sharp. So this second time we're lower down, we go. And then catch this pickup note with your thumb of the left hand. So going into this D sharp dominant 7 between the two hands. And then a G sharp minor, which we've already played. And then we jump up to this C sharp major. And both of those last two chords were pushed, so it sounds push, push. 1, 2, and 3, That's the rhythm on those. Just 3 more chords to learn. Here we go. C sharp minor. So we came from C sharp major. The only thing we have to change is this note from F to E. And we call that the third of the chord. It's in the middle of the chord in root position. So we're lowering the third to make it go from major to minor. After the C sharp minor chord, we play this pretty chord. I love this chord. This is E minor 6. So it's like an E minor chord, but we have the 6 of the chord in there. And then we resolve to B major. So part of why this chord sounds so pretty is that it has these really nice resolution notes, and they can also help you out with your memory of where your hand needs to go. That this note, which doesn't actually belong in the B major scale, is resolving down to F sharp. And this note, this E, is resolving to the D sharp, and they move together. And if people were singing all of these notes, that would make a really nice harmony. So let's go over that whole second phrase, starting from push and push. Last 3 chords. Resolve. Okay, so that's it for the introduction. The verses of this song are pretty much identical to what you just learned. One thing I do want to point out is that in the last verse, we have some different chords here for our last 3 chords, and then we're going to have a little tag. So this is where she's singing, I feel more and more like I was made for you. So almost the same, but that first C sharp minor chord is higher. And then we're going to have this same E minor 6, but without the octave in the bass, coming into the B. And then here's the tag where she's going to sing For You again. For you. So the tag is just E major, E minor, and so we're getting that same E minor to B resolution. That's so pretty. Just in a different inversion, right? Here was E minor in the first inversion we played. Here it is in this other inversion. So this whole last part of the third verse sounds like this. I feel more and more like I was made for you. Tag. For you. And that's it for part 1. Okay, great job on part 1. If you're on HDpiano.com already, you can click on the next video. If you're not, head on over so you can keep going with this song. If there's another song you want to learn, send us your ideas at requests.hdpiano.com. You can follow us on social media for a heads up about new lessons. And if you're on YouTube, drop us a comment because we love hearing from you. I'm Ted with HDpiano.com. Until next time.